Good morning, yes, Saman.
Good morning, Mr. Ibrahim.
How are you doing today?
Good.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, let's have a look today. Today we are starting lesson 3 of chapter 4. The learning objective, the title of the lesson is Subtracting Rational Numbers. And the learning objective is I can subtract rational numbers by adding the additive interface. Okay? So I think we have done something like this before. We know how to add decimals. We know how to subtract decimals. You line up the dots, the decimals, right? And we already learned how to add and subtract fractions. So this is going to be a combination of that. So let's start. Example. By example, the first one. Example 1. So write down example 1. So, can you add these two fractions for me? So we have a mix of fraction and decimal. So the first example goes like this: 2 and then 2/5. We are adding this, or we take it away. 6.55. Okay, so this is our first example. How do we do this? Obviously, the first thing you notice is one is a fraction, one is a decimal. It's not easy to take away when they are different formats. So the first step we do is we make all of them either fraction or we make all of them decimal. Okay? So by looking at this number, I can see this number, the fraction is very easy to convert into decimal. So let's change this into decimal, and then we can easily take away the way we usually normally take away. So let's start. So, how do I change this fraction into decimal? First of all, remember, if I can change this is a whole number and a fraction. If I can change that bit fraction into decimal, it'd be easier. And the way to change fraction into decimal is the best way to have it if you have the denominator into 10. So this here is denominator is 5. Can I change it into 10? Yes, I can. How do I change 5 into 10? What do I multiply? 2. Excellent. So I multiply here by 2. Remember the rule is, what is the rule? If I multiply 2 on the denominator, what do I have to do on the numerator?
The same.
The same. Thank you very much, Hannah. So I multiply here by 2 as well. So now I will rewrite my fraction. Okay? If I rewrite my fraction, this gives me now 2, 4, 10. Right. So I'm taking away 6.55. Now remember, 4 over 10 is very easy to change it into decimal. Okay? Remember, any number that's divided by 10 is just moving the decimal back 1. So this number becomes, so if we write out the whole number, this number becomes 0. So we are adding this to 0.4. So 0.4 is the same as 4 divided by 10 when we change it into decimal. So if we add these two, now we will have 2.4. So 2.4 minus 6.55. So now we have 2 decimals and we are allowed to take them away from each other. But remember, the decimal, the big number have got the negative. The small number have got the negative. So we will take away from each other, but remember our answer will become what? Negative. Because the big number have got the negative. Does that make sense? This would be the same as if we have 2 minus 6. What will the answer be? It will be minus
4.
minus 4. Same way. Okay? So when we take away, our answer will be negative. So let's do that. How do we take away this from here? So we write the big number first. We have 6.55. And we manage that. It's crucial and it's really important we line up the decimal. So we put the decimal here underneath here, so the 2 goes under the 6 and the 4 goes under the 5. So here we have gap. If we want here, we can just put 0 there. Yes, we can just put 0 there, and then now we take away. So let's do the takeaway now. What is 5? Take away 0 is just 5. 5 take away 4 is 1. Bring the decimal down. 6 take away 2 is 4. But remember our answer, because the big number has been a negative, our answer will be negative 4.5. So the answer here will be, let's just write out the answer here. So our answer will be negative 4.15. There we go. This is our final answer. You guys understand that?
No.
No. Okay. Let me just quickly recap. So what we did, we changed this number into decimal. How do we do that? We multiply both sides by 2. So we have the denominator 10. I know when number is divided by 10 is 0.4. So 0.4 is the same as 4 divided by 10. So I replace 4 divided by 10 by 0.4. So when I add these two, that will give me 2.4. So now I have a decimal, take away another decimal. So when I take away from each other, my big number is the negative number. So the answer becomes negative. Does that make sense? So we will do another example. So let's just try this one first. Okay? So copy this one, and then I will give you another example. That will make it a little bit easier. Right, so example 2. So this is example 2. So now we have two fractions. So we have 2/5, and then we minus . Okay, so 2/3. We have 2/3 minus . Okay, I think I called me the wrong question. So we have 4.6 take away 2 and 2/10. So this is the question we have. Yes.
Do we multiply by 2?
Okay, first of all, we need to decide. The first step is we need to decide, do we need to change everything into fraction or into decimal? Because it's hard to take away decimal from fraction. So what we will do is we change everything into fraction. So let's do that. Yes.
How do you know the number is rational?
Okay, so number is irrational if it's either whole number or negative number or decimal number or fraction number. All those numbers come under rational numbers. All the numbers except irrational numbers where they have like square root of 3 or square root of 7. Numbers that cannot take out the square root of 3. Okay? So those are rational numbers. So how do we take them away? First of all, remember, if we divide this number into two parts, we have 4 and we have 0.6, right? This number contains 4 and 0.6. So can I change 0.6 into fraction? Yes, because that is same as 0.6. Remember the decimal is divided by 10. So this is same as 6 divided by 10. Are you with me, girls? So here I have 4 and I have 6 divided by 10. Does that make sense? So now I have 4, 6 divided by 10, take away 2, 3 over 2 over 3. So this is what I have now. Okay? Now, I notice I have 6 here and I have 10. I can simplify that so that my answer will be easier to work out. So here, if I divide here by 2, I can divide here by 2. So if I rewrite my fraction, this gives me 4, 3 over 5, take away 2, 2 over 3. So this is the same fraction as that one. Okay? Right. Okay. So now, if we work this out, there is 2 ways we can do this. We can either take away the 2 numbers here, and then take away the numbers on the top, or we look at the denominator. The first thing we need to do is, are the denominator is the same or they're different? 5 and 3, they're different, right?
Different.
So what is our first step? What do?
We make them the same.
We make them the same. So we ask ourselves, what is the LCM of 5 and 3? What is the lowest common multiple of 5 and 3? What number do they share?
15.
15. Thank you very much. So let's make both of them 15. So if I make this one 15, what do I multiply?
5.
I multiply here by 3, and I multiply here by 3. On this one I multiply by 5, I multiply here by 5. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So now I will rewrite my fraction. This will give me 4, 9 out of 15, take away 2, 10 out of 15. Are you following this?
Yeah.
So now I have the same denominator. The denominator is the same. I am allowed now to take away. So there's 2 ways I can do this. I can take away the numbers on the sides, or I can change those numbers into, what? Into improper fractions. Okay? So one way I can do is I can multiply this by this, and then add to that. And also on this side I can multiply this, and add to that. But it's much easier if I do this way. So what is 4 times 15? 4 times 15? 60. Yeah? 60 plus 9? 69. Thank you. So I write down the 69 here. Divide by 15. Take away. 2 times 15. 2 times 15? 30. 30 plus 10? 40. Yes? So I write 40 here, and then I say over 15. Now, all I have to do is, the denominator is the same, I have to minus the numerator. What is 69 take away 40? 69 take away 40? What will that give me? Let's work this out. Yes? 19. Is that correct? So we have 19 over 15. This is our answer, but if you look at it, the answer is in the form of improper fraction. So we have to change it into mixed fraction.
Do we simplify the step?
We cannot simplify, but we can change it into mixed fraction. So what we need to do is we need to ask ourselves, how many 15s are in 19? 1. There is 1 15. So we write down 1. What is the remainder?
Instead, the answer isn't 19, it's 29.
Is it 29?
Yes.
What is 40 take away 69?
29.
It's 29. 29, right? So we make a mistake. That's fine. We are human, we can make a mistake. So it's 29. Alright? So we ask ourselves, how many 15s are in 29?
2. 1.
2. It will be 1. It cannot be 2 because 2 will be 30. So we have 1. Okay? Denominator is staying the same. But what's the remainder? What is 29 take away 15?
1.
No.
5.
No. 29 take away 15.
14.
14? Yes. First one is
Just
finishing.
nothing. We said it's 14.
29 minus 15. What would that give us?
14.
It's 14. We have 14 here. So this will be our final answer. Does that make sense, guys? Girls? Right. So this is the final answer and it's correct. Okay, so before we move on, I'm going to ask you to just let's do some practice. Can you all open page 209 and 1? Okay, open page 201. We're going to do some questions on this and then we can go through and see if there is any more questions that we need to answer. Okay? So let's stop there. Okay, we're going to come back to that. When we start the questions on the text, on the exercise, then we will answer some more questions. Okay? So what do you say? So okay, okay, share, subscribe, and like it. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.